I won't be able to read. So, oh, my glasses. I'll have to get glasses, sorry. I won't be able to read.
Susan Dawson. Hi, Susan. Hi,
Harold,
Harold.
how are you keeping, guys?
Regina.
Hi,
Hi.
Regina. Hi,
Wendy.
Linda and Wendy. How are you all? We just said we'd go live. We're in County Limerick in a hotel room. The way I roll. How are you? Susan is doing good. Hi, Kathy. We're good, thank you. Adrian, hi. Colleen, how are you? Colin, we're good, thank you. We're in Limerick. I hope you can hear us okay.
Hi, Nana D.
Hi, Nana D. Can you hear us okay, guys? The UK, how are you, Colin? Catherine, how are you?
Good morning.
Riff Raff, how are you? Bob G, how are you keeping? So you can hear us okay. We just said, stay at me. Hi, Karen. What were we doing? Well, Cathy, we drove to Limerick. So it's about 2.5 hours drive. And hi, Eric. Thanks, Eric. And sorry, we're just trying to keep up with the chat. Well, firstly, I hope you all seen I hit 6,000 subscribers, which was absolutely fantastic. We were hoping for, what was it at Christmas? 2K, was it?
2, I think.
2K at Christmas, and here we are at 6,000 subscribers. So it's pretty amazing. So today, the weather was really, really nice in County Wexford. So we decided, I'd been looking at a couple of different little places in Limerick. So we got into the car. My son is actually with us. He's over there in another bed. Thanks, Nana D. And we drove to Limerick. So about 2.5 hours?
2.5, yeah.
About 2.5 hours. And I suppose you'll probably see from the thumbnail on you, like, tell them the grave I visited.
Yeah, we done it. She vlogged a very, very interesting special grave today of Dolores O'Riordan from the Cranberries. So she actually got to do it today.
Yeah, so it's been on a wish list for a while, and I know some of you had asked, would I be able to go and see Dolores's grave? And so today that's where we went. Hi, Maureen. And actually a beautiful grave, isn't it? A beautiful headstone, and it has lots of fans have visited and left all the little trinkets and stuff.
Jill, hi.
Hi, Jill.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff on it. There's flags from Japan. There's people leaving all sorts of stuff for Dolores on the grave.
Teddies and lovely photos, and it was really, really nice actually. It was a bit surreal to stand kind of at Dolores O'Riordan's grave, just because I think anyone in Ireland at least knew of the Cranberries, and definitely it would have reached a lot further than Ireland. And as all you know, that Dolores passed away, and I love the Cranberries the same as a lot of ye. So it was kind of on a to-do list for quite a while, or a bucket list. So glad to have done that one. And then just down the road from that, there was another a beautiful, beautiful church I'd seen online, and it's kind of another. It's quite well. It's about 15 minutes away from Dolores's final resting place. So sad her passing. Yeah, yeah, Riff Raff. I think everybody has heard of at least one of Dolores's or the Cranberry songs, Zombie and Linger, and just there's so many. But actually, in this the little town we're in now, to have a festival for Dolores O'Riordan, her family. But her mum still lives not too far away from here, actually, and so it was nice to be able to do that. And then, as I said, the too soon we were. Yeah, she did die way too young. What did we call?
I think she's 47.
She was 47, I think. Um. So yeah, the other place we did then was a beautiful, beautiful church. And I knew there was some mausoleums in there and some crypts, but I'm not going to give away
Hi,
it
Jay.
too much because
If you like crypts and mausoleums, then it's one to watch.
and if you like to see inside, it's definitely one to watch because we were able to kind of get a good look into 1, 2, 3 of them, I think.
Yeah.
But the really special thing is, and unfortunately, you won't get to see it because the man that let us in, he was showing us around. He was a caretaker there, and he introduced a friend of his who actually just lives over the road from it, and he is the key holder to some of the mausoleums that are. I mean, there must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 or 9 crypts and a couple of mausoleums. But he was actually a key holder, and he asked us did we want to go in, and of course we were thrilled.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I was not allowed to film inside. But we got to stand. What was it? The Bloody Judge. He was known
as the Bloody Judge, and the crown he used to wear is actually still left on the top of his coffin.
So quite interesting. But we got to stand in around the Bloody Judge and I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 other coffins.
Yeah, there's loads of them just everywhere, coffins.
And they were dating back the 1800s. So, I mean, this was the closest we will ever get to that, I suppose, and to stand inside a mausoleum. And these were open coffins, like these were, it was plain, very plain to see. And then he brought us down to another one, which you will get to see a little bit because I was able to kind of reach in over it, but he actually brought us in that one as well. I asked him, could I film that one? And he said no. And I suppose I can understand his reasoning around that, but just to stand amongst, these coffins are a couple of 100 years old, and it kind of made maybe cremation a little bit more in my thoughts for sure, because, coffins, they break apart, I suppose, and some of the interior was lead lined, but we got a good view today, let us just say, just standing among, these people. And as Irish Eyes said there, that one of the people that are inside this particular mausoleum, he was known as the Bloody Judge. He wasn't a nice man at all. The man that showed us had plenty of history to tell us and all the rest. And the crown is still on top of the coffin, would you believe? So it's kind of surreal to stand there amongst all of that. I mean, I've been fairly close to coffins, but I mean, these ones we could actually touch and see into.
The town we're staying in as well is the home place of Thomas Fitzgerald. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Thomas Fitzgerald. He was the great grandfather of JFK, John F. Kennedy, the president. So there's a centre to him as well, to Thomas Fitzgerald. So I don't know if anybody's interested in JFK and the history and his great grandfather and stuff like that.
Hi, Tommy the cat. Hi, Thomas. How are you keeping? Hi, Marie. Yeah. So if you were, if you did show some interest, I mean, Irish Eyes would. That's kind of
Exploring Harley. Hello.
Quebec in Canada. Wow. You're kind of interested in all of that.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody'd be interested if I did a vlog on Thomas Fitzgerald, the great great grandfather of JFK. Would anybody be interested in looking at that, or it's just history? There's a big statue of Thomas Fitzgerald and everything in the town itself, and
Hi, Liz. Have we missed a lot of comments there? Regina says JFK, yes. Maureen says yes, please. Would love to hear about it, Irish Eyes, Kathy. Jay, I'd be watching that for sure. Hi,
Joe
Joe.
Maloney.
That's a very Irish name, isn't
Joe
it?
Maloney, you must be Irish.
Marie says absolutely. Liz says yes. Nana D, sounds interesting. I would love to.
There's a few other things that I might do that. Then there's another graveyard I want to vlog tomorrow as well, and maybe do that. And I didn't want to do the Dolores O'Riordan one because
Excuse me.
Serenity Sue is doing that. So I just thought if I done Dolores O'Riordan, you would probably get bored of watching my video of Dolores O'Riordan as well. Do you know, the same thing? I don't know how you feel about that.
Eric. There is a huge interest in anything Kennedy in the US. Definitely Irish Eyes. JFK and Jackie got married here in Rhode Island. I'm missing some. Sorry now, I'll put my finger over it. Yeah, Thomas, that's great to hear. We're doing good, yeah. Susan said yes. Wish I could come with you too, says Daryl. Evening, Sue and Irish Eyes. Yes, please. I'd be very interested, Sue and Irish Eyes. Do what you feel. Oh, thanks, Maureen. Visiting all these graves and mausoleums, you believe in life after death. Did you experience paranormal activity during your visits? John, I have to say I didn't. It felt a little bit, I suppose I was today, it was probably the closest. I mean, you know, I've seen the mummies of in St. Michan's, and that was a fantastic experience. But these were mummified corpses, so what we seen today was more, I suppose, skeletal remains is what we're seeing in coffins. And you have to understand that, you know, these people lived and had a life. And we kind of did make the remark that that's where we're going to end up. Like, that's us in, you know, after our time, a few hundred years will go, and that's basically what you see in a coffin. And it kind of was a bit like I have, you know, when he said, do you want to come in? I was absolutely for it, 100%. I'm in there. But today it just felt a little bit more sad, maybe, if you can understand that. I mean, obviously these people had plenty of money because the mausoleums are absolutely amazing. They're like small houses, you know. So when you stand there like that, it's kind of just saddening to see, you know, the state of the coffins, and you know, that's just over time and all the rest. And then the the other side of that was there was a crypt before we went into any mausoleum today. There was a crypt, and there were skeletal remains in that as well, but it didn't feel as
No.
sad or something. I can't explain it, but nothing paranormal. I didn't feel anything.
No, it's just a normal crypt that you just, you know, you just go in and look at it and you don't feel anything different about it. But
Yeah, Jay. I suppose I do have a kind of a morbid side to me, and I am fascinated, and I will always take a look. And if I'm allowed, I will, you know, bring you along. But the first crypt that we seen, it was more of a wow, I can't believe I'm seeing this. And it was there. I mean, we did find skeletal remains, but it was going into a mausoleum where, you know, there was a proper burial, and, you know, they were still in their coffins and stuff. That just kind of made me feel a bit sad. And I did make the, you know, the comment today, I think I'll be cremated for that reason, you know. I'm I don't know. I'm not mad about the whole idea of being cremated either. But then, what do you do? Like, um, so yeah, just, but nothing paranormal or other than my own feelings. I didn't feel anything at all. And the same in St. Michan's, I was kind of just in awe of the tour guide was brilliant, of course. I've been getting a few not so nice comments making out that, we were disrespectful in the St. Michan's crypt. And that wasn't the case at all. The tour guide was, a bit of fun, and, it wasn't that we were being disrespectful at all. I think the majority of us there want to have a look, and that's just the way it is. I'm a nurse. I'm leaving my body to medical science. Who was that? Adrian, was it?
Yeah,
Um,
I totally understand that. I still think your channel is amazing. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Thanks, Jay. I mean, it's not for everybody. Don't get me wrong, but that's just the way I am. I'm eager to take a look and bring you along as well. And it's part of life and it's a part of death, and that's the way it is. But today, this place was just like it had a huge amount of history there as well. And I mean, when you see this video, the church was absolutely beautiful. I mean, absolutely gorgeous.
Inside as well, yeah.
Yeah, and we got inside. He let us inside. He opened the door for us to get in. So you'll see a little bit of that. We were doing so much talking that I'm going to have to cut a bit out.
Tommy.
What did Tommy say?
When I die, just throw me in the trash or
Oh
something.
no, Tommy.
Tommy, you don't want to do that now. When I win the lottery, it's a massive mausoleum for me, Hans Burns.
Hans, do you know something? That's the way I have always been. I remember from years and years ago saying to myself, do not put me in the ground. I do not want to go into the ground. And then I was thinking, right, and I mean, I'm talking years and years ago. And I had it in my head that if I was in a mausoleum, nothing would, change. I would be in a coffin and I would be left, and that would be that. But after seeing it today, these were timber coffins, all right, but they were lead lined, and they're still just over time, they become nothing really, only kind of just almost like just boxes of skeletons really. But yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe put me, I don't know where you put me.
I won't care where I go because I won't know myself anyway, so it doesn't
No.
care. It doesn't really matter.
No.
But I don't know.
Eric, I like the, oh no, it's gone again. Eric, I like the composting idea. Maybe I can finally grow a decent tomato.
A tomato and a few other bits of veg as well.
I think if I was going to go the composting route, I'd like to be an apple tree or something like that. Maureen, the car is going, touch wood, good.
The weather was okay today now. It was nice and sunny here, and it was just cold. But there wasn't much wind or anything like that, so it was all right.
Yeah, it was nice. It did. We kind of left a little bit late. I had an appointment this morning in Wexford Town, so by the time I had that sorted, came out, and we kind of literally just said, we're just going to go. The day was good, and then it kind of failed halfway up, and I was like, oh no. So we were lucky. It was freezing there for us at one stage. Cremation and throwing your ashes to the wind, so that sounds lovely actually. And I do know people that have done that and have been asked to spread my ashes at the beach or something.
I wouldn't like that because it might go in your eyes.
Eat it or something.
It might go in your eyes if you throw out the ashes around or something.
Yeah, Maureen, the weather we've had, how many? We had 3 storms, one after another.
Shanty Bell, hello. If anybody didn't subscribe to my channel because I'm trying to get up to 500. I think I have 458. I need 500 subs to get the community page so I can keep in contact with all you guys and just be able to put stuff up and notify you about what I'm doing and stuff, because it's very hard when you don't have a community page.
Yeah, to keep kind of in track. Cathy, today I saw the first today I saw for the first wicker coffin in a hearse I think I said that to you before. I was at a funeral years ago. It was a natural burial, and it was kind of like a reed coffin, and it was the whole ceremony was beautiful. And then I didn't go to the actual burial, but I did visit the grave afterwards, and it is actually really, really nice. It's a beautiful feeling up there.
Susan, put up my channel as well.
Sandra, stuff me with popcorn, cremate me. I want to go out with everyone laughing or just plain freaked out. Go out with a pop, huh? Oh, good woman, Susan.
Thanks, Susan.
Yeah, it's going great, Maureen. We hit 6K, which is we were just saying there at the start, 2K was what I wanted for Christmas, and now we're at 6. So you know, January, February, what, 2 months
Yeah.
later we're at 6K. So it's absolutely fantastic.
Sinead O'Connor's son. I'm not sure where he's buried.
I haven't heard anything about Sinead's son actually at all. Have you, since his passing? Like, but
I'm not
I
sure
haven't
what-
heard.
Where she's from. Is it Dublin or direction?
Sinead would I imagine would be Dublin. So I don't know actually. It's actually a good one to look into. Local antique shop here in town. There for 3 weeks and it freaked me out every time I came around the corner and saw. It's
Jeez.
gone
What's
now.
The cooling
What is that? A cooling coffin? Is that to keep a body cold or something? So somebody has bought it, Sandra? I don't know, right? Like
I
that.
don't think I'd be interested.
Oh
in
no.
a cooling coffin.
A cooling coffin. I bet have you got your phone?
Thanks, Susan.
To see if I've missed any of the
Hit that, guys. Look there.
your big finger.
Hit this and press subscribe, and it helps me out.
Daryl, his page is just up above you there. His link is there. Thank you. There you are, Jay.
Thanks, Jay. My video done actually. I was surprised with the video I did of Crying Mary because it got a good lot of views. You know, I think it's over 700 views it got. So I was surprised with the amount of views it got.
I dreamed tonight, Miss Marple.
Nightmares.
Yeah, Crying Mary, that was a good we've been to that cemetery a few times and we've visited Mary.
It's nice
a
to
few
do that video
times.
though because it gives her, you know, to remember her, like, you know.
Wicker coffin or a cooling coffin. I wonder who bought it, Sandra. Ugh, I don't know, right?
But somebody put a deposit on that now.
Thanks, Liz.
Doris, thanks, Doris.
Hi, Doris.
Kathy, Crying Mary video was so sad, but
Yeah.
loved. It was sad. And you know, when I was editing that video, I think it was the last part that got me when I was saying goodbye and rest in peace, Mary. It just kind of, I got a bit choked up because, you know, it's sad to think of the way things went in her life and the way she died and everything else. But she had a good sending after. And the locals were very good.
Remembered. Why is my hair sticking up on top of my head?
Yeah, Marie, they found relatives of hers. Now, the girl that said that she found Mary's relatives, I tried to get in contact with her to find out a bit more information, but she hasn't read my message yet. So
yeah, the homeless lady. The cooling coffin. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard of a kind of a I don't know what you'd call them, but it's for keeping the body warm for viewing. Oops. For viewing. But a cooling coffin. I googled it at its finest.
that was the saddest
Yes,
part. I can't
yeah.
There's a lot of sad stories, you know, that people do, but
Yeah, so Crying Mary was a homeless lady and she travelled the roads up and down. I think she used to do an odd job here and there, and sometimes she'd be offered food, and sometimes maybe she'd sleep in
Yeah, she used to
a
be.
back house or something like
People
that.
would hear her cry. She used to be singing, I think, singing songs and maybe crying out loud as well. Some
Yeah,
walking the roads at night, and that. So she was probably had a lot on her mind and everything in her life. And I can
yeah.
only imagine like the way she was. Nice headstones. Thanks, Irish Eyes. Nice headstones.
Hello,
There.
John. How are you?
Sandra,
I still
you
have the
go for
picture.
it.
She's looking at the price tag.
Nadia Brooke.
Hi,
Hello.
Nadia. Um, Ozzy, Sandra Louise. Oh, live.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
my
Good
community
morning.
page now. This is the only way I'm going to be able to talk.
We found, remember, months and months ago, I did a story on a whole family that were tragically killed in a house fire. She had buried her husband first, and then I think it was her and six of the kids or something
Yeah.
passed away, and she'd already buried a child. Really, really, really sad story, and they could never find out whether it was a malicious act or not. And it's going back, I mean, in the early 1900s, I think it was. But anyway, in the corner of that cemetery as well was was it singing something?
Oh, yeah, singing
Oh, I can't.
Music Man or
Something
something.
like
Is
that.
it?
But he was also a homeless man that would play music, and they buried him. It's a tradition, I think, for homeless people that don't have family, where the local community kind of get together and they put them in a sailor's hole. It's known as, isn't that right? But it's kind of buried to they put them buried in the corner of a cemetery, and that's kind of, we found a couple of those.
Regina was asking there something about, do you have any abandoned funeral homes in Ireland? I've looked up loads about that and I can't find much.
No.
It's not really a thing in Ireland, you know, the abandoned funeral homes.
Like, we do have funeral homes,
But they're all
and funnily
occupied and
enough,
they're active, you know.
yeah, a lot of our funeral homes are actually just home businesses, so they're in the family business, and I know two or three of them that are actually located right beside their own home. So the whole funeral, the viewing of the body, the wake as we call it, is attached to their own home. Can you imagine that?
About the ship. Liz,
Um,
I'm doing one about the Aer Lingus
Oh,
plane,
yeah.
the disaster of the Aer Lingus, the flight that crashed in the Irish Sea, and 61 people got or died in that. So yeah, I'll be doing that one coming up soon enough.
And he will be visiting
And there's a
the.
bit of a twist in that plot, or twist in that story as well, a bit of conspiracy and everything else going on of what happened. And
Hi, Carla. Yeah, he'll be able to visit the. He won't be able to go to the actual crash site because it's way out in the sea, but he'll be able to show you, uh,
it's near a lighthouse that crashed. you know.
yeah, and he'll be able to. He's going to go to a beach or the cliff there and show you the
But
area.
yeah, there's a twist, there's a lot of stuff involved, and there's about bodies being exhumed and everything like that.
The story is bigger than what we thought first.
Yeah.
Much bigger, because the more research you do, kind of, it opens up a load of different what would you call it, twists to it, I suppose. But we do know where the final resting place of a lot of those poor unfortunate people are buried, so he's going to visit that as well and put the whole story together. So it's taken a little bit longer because he's found a load more while he was researching it. So he's wanting to put it all together and do it justice, I suppose, you know. Who did we miss there?
Watching from Hawaii, Palmyra. Or Palmyra, sorry, I don't know how you
Palmyra.
Palmyra, is it?
The chat keeps kind of disappearing on us. Looking forward to the plane crash episode. I saw the episode of Trinity Sofa and Jim. So yeah, Carla, that was thanks to a subscriber. We had been to Bennakerry just to view the cemetery, and this subscriber, and I put it up, I think it was, I did a live there, and a subscriber actually messaged me and he said, guess who is buried there? And I mean, there's an artist, a famous artist buried there as well, but Jim Hutton was there. So we trekked all the way back up to Carlow again, and found his final resting place. But unfortunately, when we left Wexford, it was a beautiful day, but by the time we got to Carlow, it was just dreadful. But you know, I had to kind of shoot it. But it's kind of one of those videos that I love, and it's got amazing views, but I'm still kind of annoyed with myself because the audio with the, you know, was really stormy that day, you know. But yeah, it's interesting to know that Jim is, you know, in Ireland and in Carlow. So very, very interesting find. Or is it Palmyra, Hawaii? Wow.
Does anybody ever remember Devon Miles, his name was, on Knight Rider? Do you remember the program Knight Rider? Devon Miles. He's buried in Ireland, in County Cork. It was Devon Miles on Knight Rider. That's a grave I'd like to do sometime.
Paul Myra or Paul
Myra.
Myra? Like my daughter's name is Kyra, Kyra. This is Paul Myra. I hope I have done that justice there.
I have been waiting on the plane crash.
Oh yeah. I guess really looking forward to your visit. How about a video on the craze? That's up his alley.
Yeah, I love that craze.
We are definitely going to Highgate.
That's one of my favourite movies, actually. Legend. I love that film, Legend, about the craze.
Yeah, so Irish Eyes will do the part of the craze, a special video on their burial. I'd imagine that's the route we're going, and then of course there's George
in
Michael.
London, I think. Somewhere.
Yeah, there's George Michael. There's so much in London that we really want to video, I suppose. Died there. Family graveyard here. Put on a farm. Died there. Wow. Thanks, Carla.
Pepper Moon.
Hi, Pepper Moon. How are you? Cathy said she loved that program.
Who is the what?
Yes,
Gentleman next to you.
Who's this? Who is this one?
I work for the FBI.
This is Irish Eyes, Carla. He has his own YouTube. He's only started, well, it's a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm trying. I have a few subscribers, and there's 450 something subscribers, but I'm just not long on or starting off. So
you can pop over, Carla, to Irish Eyes and subscribe to him as well.
hit the subscribe button.
Oh, there's Ron. Hi,
Ron.
Ron. How are you keeping, sir?
Ron, did you watch my video of the World War II veteran?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you might like that one. You like World War II stuff.
Sorry, guys. The chat is just a nightmare. I wish.
Miss Marple. Good night, Miss Marple. Thanks for coming in.
Good night, Miss Marple. Dean's Grade Cemetery in County Dublin. That's another one. See, we have to go back to Dublin, and
there's
there's so
there's
many.
A few. There's
that we
Golden
want
Bridge
to do.
Cemetery as well.
Yeah, there's
What's
so
the
many.
Knight Rider. I used to love MacGyver as well. I used to watch that.
MacGyver, he could fix anything. He was the business. What, a box of matches and what?
A box of matches and
Couple of
a
wires.
balloon, and he'd come out in a hot air balloon. That's the way he was.
He was amazing.
He was magic.
And I believed it all worked, actually. Oliver Reed.
Oliver
there's
Reed.
another
I
good
loved
one.
that. Gladiator. He was in Gladiator. I loved that
Yeah.
film.
See, so the craze.
There's a good story
Oliver
behind
Reed.
the Oliver Reed grave, because there's actually a pub right across from where he's buried that was his local hideout for having a few jars as well. So
And that was his wishes that he would be.
he wanted to be buried across from the pub where he used to drink.
Yeah.
Oliver Reed. in
Ron,
County
we
Cork.
were just saying that I got to video Dolores O'Riordan's grave today from the Cranberries. I'm sure you know Dolores O'Riordan, Ron. So it was just a very surreal feeling for us both, really, to be there. And it's just nice to see actually that she's well visited and well remembered. And then we did some spooky
I'm just trying to see.
mausoleum hunting today, Ron. We got into crypts and mausoleums and we found more remains, and it was just the key holder actually led us inside a mausoleum, and we were literally standing among
Everything.
skeleton remains,
Just-
coffins, a bloody judge. That'd be right down your alleyway, Ron.
Ron would love that story. He was called the Bloody Judge, and the crown he used to wear at his head is still on top of his coffin.
Yeah, but we weren't allowed to film inside just at that point. The caretaker just asked us, he didn't want it at all, did he?
No.
But he was good enough to let us in, which was just spooky and morbid and sad and loads of different feelings inside there. There's something else I was going to say now and I've forgotten. I just need to find out where I am.
David is
They're all
on.
saying Ron is in.
David is on.
David, where
Your brother.
David, I don't see him.
Yeah, his name was Edward Mulhare.
Oh yeah.
Devon Miles. You can't go. Mulhare is a real Irish name, Cork name, I suppose.
Yeah. So that's another one for you.
That's another one there. County Cork.
Hey Ron, Ron's in the house. He sure is, Siobhan.
Ron C.
Night Rider. Yeah, Night Rider. The black car, absolutely. FBI. I will come and subscribe. There you are. Thanks, Carla.
Thanks. Irish Eyes link above. Thanks, Susan.
And we have a second Susan in, of course.
Irish FBI, yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't see it yet. I got back.
I have a secret
from
weapon
trip
here now.
I've been.
I got back from the trip.
Oh, yeah. Ron has been
Can you repeat your name, please?
super busy. Ron has. So he'll catch up on your
I
Sam
got back
Kendrick.
from the trip. Yeah, Sam Kendrick, his name is Ron. He was in the Battle of Arnhem in World War II. And he was captured by the SS in a POW camp and all that. So it's very interesting.
Carla wants you to repeat your channel name.
Mine?
Yeah.
Irish Eyes is the name of my channel. I think Susan put the link in there already, so.
Yeah, or if you go on my community page, I think I've shared
Yeah.
one of your videos, or probably them all actually. MacGyver was fantastic. He surely was. Let me see. Yes, Sandra, the whole abandoned mausoleum and funeral homes. It's actually, we were only looking at something. We had, there was explorers in, member to abandoned mausoleum, and they were slowly trying to get family to,
There's a couple of abandoned funeral homes I think I saw in New York direction as well.
yeah, it's very sad that, that there's a mausoleum there with remains and, coffins and, and it's abandoned, and there's
Yeah, there's just too much.
It's very sad. Like, I can't understand that, if
They
a
need to put
funeral
it
home
together.
goes out of business, or, that person, I suppose,
I would
dies,
like-
or,
I would like to think of one of my family in a funeral place, where the bodies are and all that, and then it falls apart and everybody forgets about it. And there's no money there to fix it up or nothing like that. It's very sad,
No, and it's different, I suppose, what we were seeing today. It is an active church. I don't know when the last burial would have, I don't know, whether it's active as in there's still people being buried there, but those mausoleums are actually taken care of where we were today.
There was
Yeah.
one mausoleum there today, and the guy was telling me that they spent something like 40,000 euros
Yeah,
on doing repairs on it,
renovating and stuff.
renovating it. 40,000 euros. So
Yeah. I'm losing chat again.
no, I think it's just disappearing. Irish Eyes, you know them all. I wish I did, Liz.
Oh, I have to keep scrolling this or to keep disappearing. MacGyver holding their Swiss Army knives, Chantavel. Boys used to sit and watch MacGyver. Hi Greg, how are you keeping?
Greg Flatton. There's no sign of Jim.
Don't see it. Cranberries, awesome. Yeah, Ron. It was really nice to stand at her grave today, I have to say. Yeah, it is, Hans. Very, very sad. Yeah, Sandra. So I'll have that video up, please God, this week. I've had just loads on this week, just with my own job and stuff, and haven't had a chance to do anything else. To put a premiere up tonight, but that's why we're kind of live, because we were just traveling today to get to where we wanted to go.
That's right, Colin. Yeah, he did.
Harry K. Flamin' Harry, is that right? Did I read that right? Big hello.
I think he was,
Airwolf was a great show.
I think he was drinking with a couple of sailors, Oliver Reed, and he was having like a bet that he could drink more than them and all that, and I think he got a heart attack in the pub.
No, Maureen, it's funny, I keep getting asked that same question. When we went into St. Michan's, was there a smell? Like, there wasn't, and today there
No.
wasn't either, which is,
There's no smell really.
No.
It's just, I suppose it's there. They're vented as well, you
Yeah.
know. So
Oh, there are, Ron, lots more.
lots, very
Lots
much
more,
so.
and coffins and caskets. And if you could see, if I was let video what we saw today, to walk into that mausoleum and
Ron, you're missing all the skeletons. You have to come to Ireland.
yeah. Oh, Ron, you would love the place we were in today, wouldn't he? He would just, oh my God. And
Yeah.
that bloody judge, we'll have to find the full story of
The
him.
bloody judge, yeah.
They said he was nasty. And then there was in another mausoleum, the man that was doing he wasn't doing a tour, he was just basically being a nice man to let us in today. But while he was kind of letting us in and out of these places, he was doing lots and lots of talk, and he talked really fast, but he said something about one man in the mausoleum he was best man at, and I can't remember. And then he said another man died in a duel.
Yeah, I'll have to think about that because I can't really remember.
But the thing about that,
Well, he was the best man. He was the best man at one of these guys, well-known guys, his wedding.
there's the yoke.
So
The thing is, this cemetery, they have spent nearly 2 years recording every grave. Remember the grave we seen then today with the age on
Regina,
Huh?
Liz, I have a hillbilly accent.
it?
Yeehaw, hillbilly. Don't apologise for any delays. Your work was wonderful,
Thank
Shantibel.
you.
Nadia, I wonder how funeral homes can actually go bust and just abandon human remains. Yeah, it's
terrible.
beyond me how that happens. I don't know why it happens or how it shouldn't happen.
Trying to find.
Jim probably working.
Oh yeah. Well, tell them.
Oh, there's a grave there in the one Sue done today. There was a grave headstone there. And it says on the headstone, we stop here for good reason. The inscription reads as follows: John Murphy died the 11th day of October, 1784, aged 219 years old. And I just can't understand that. It must be a mistake.
It's a typo.
A mistake they made when they were carving the name and the inscriptions on it or something. I don't know. I've never heard of anybody living to 219 years old.
No, it's crazy. There's another grave there for Patrick Raleigh. And when they spelt died, they spelt it Dyed in the year 1736. So really interesting stuff scattered around this fantastic graveyard. Let me see, was there something else to do?
Thanks, Palmer of Fretius, just subscribed to her. Looking forward to watch the stories. You know, all these people in the graveyards, well, I've come across them, we've come across them today as well. these people go around and they cut the grass around the headstones, and I was said, "Do you get paid for doing this?" And he said, "No, it's just pure voluntary work they do. They don't get paid for it or nothing like that. It's a group of people in the area that come together and cut grass and maintain the cemetery and fix it up and everything like that." So it's amazing that these people do this for free, but really they should be getting something for it, a grant or some kind of something from the government for looking after all these historical graves of family members, and they should be known for what they do.
I'm just reading. This is one of the. Sorry now. That is the place where we were today. So you can see lots of graves. I presume these are all the crypts, are they?
They're all numbered, the headstones as well. So there's a historical society or group that marks all the great headstones and numbers them all of who they are and the story to all the headstones as well.
So we've actually 3 mausoleums, and I don't know how many crypts. It was like being in a supermarket or something. You just did not know where to stop, where to go, and then we had this lovely, we'll call him our tour guide. He was the caretaker, just talking and telling us stories of what he knows, and it's lovely to kind of meet people and get a little bit of information off them as well. Excuse me. So for part of the time he was kind of just heading on off, talking to me, and I was trying to follow him with the phone and the gimbal to try and get as much information out of this man as possible, because he was amazing, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The stuff he was coming out just talked too fast for me to kind of even get what he was saying.
Sandra Marisol, I'm on board the Irish FBI's. Keep that quiet. Don't tell anybody.
Let me see. Yeah, some of the bigger cemeteries would have caretakers, and then a lot of them, it's down to family at the end of the day to take care of their own, and then maybe some of the area around the church will be taken care of. But I mean, in the older places that we've seen ourselves, that goes by the wayside, and it comes down to the community to get in there then and to volunteer, I suppose, to clean up areas and try and record as much of the history as possible.
Abandoned cemeteries in the US and YouTube.
Yeah.
There's a lot, yeah.
There is.
But like on one of those crypts or mausoleums, the man was showing us today, he said it was active, like there was a coffin just gone in there only 3 years ago.
And that, I think, was part of the reason why he didn't want us filming, because in that area
It's
they would
still
still
very
have connections, Who was that? I missed that. Always compliment the caretakers. It's usually more than a job today, and once they know you are what to do, start to show you things. Yeah, actually, Eric, that is very, very true. The caretakers of these cemeteries definitely know way more history than anybody can ever tell you, Went to a morgue in Chernobyl, and there were hundreds of abandoned files. Oh, wow, Chantal, that's kind of icky. There are many, many abandoned cemeteries here in the States. Yeah, it is sad. And I mean, do they become overgrown over there like they do here, in the sense that, I mean, you can't really get into a lot of them then? Who did I miss? Jamie. Green Bay, love your videos. Hi, Jamie.
Green Bay. Is that California? Green Bay, California.
Too fat, too furious. How are you guys? There, I missed that one again. There it is. Watch channel from Georgia, and he finds a lot of abandoned cemeteries there. Wow. I mean, when you say abandoned, do you mean that they're, left kind of to be overgrown? A bit of everything, Carla. Not so much the paranormal side of it. I don't go looking for it. If I find it or come across it, that's fine. I don't mind it at all. I am very intrigued by the whole paranormal side. Maybe you not as much.
No, I use the Necrophonic app on my phone, but I haven't used it for a while now. But I used to use it to see what would come up on it. You'd hear something. And a few times I've asked stuff and it has come up telling you things, that nobody else would know, or they'd mention a name or something. So
Yeah,
there is
but
something behind it, all right?
I do enjoy all those paranormal YouTube channels, even though I know half it is a load of baloney. I do believe in something out there for sure. So if it's, a thing where it happens, and I hope it's on camera. Really, Hans, completely. You see, the thing for me, Hans, is I kind of like that a little bit, to the point where, you can still get in and read them. There's something really beautiful about, the one in Carrick especially. It was overgrown, but it was beautiful. And, once you can get around to see the headstones and that they're not, being damaged by overgrowth or anything, there's something very, very nice. But if it's got to the stage where it's completely overgrown and you can't enter, then that's just sad, like, isn't it? That's awful. And the way I feel about it here, especially, there is plenty of people that aren't working and that want work, and why don't they set up something like that for the unemployed to kind of get out there and do things like that, like, and I'm sure there's a lot of willing men and women out there that would do that. Ready for history, Sean. I missed that one, Greg. Hello, do you know Mr. Who? No, I don't. I don't know what that one is. I don't know.
Is that trolls or is it
I
really?
don't know.
All these veterans just lost out there.
Yeah, that is sad. I mean, I there's no way a veteran cemetery should be ever overgrown.
There's too many veterans homeless as well.
Yeah, I was actually just going to say that.
From Vietnam and all that, there's a lot of those vets from Vietnam that are still homeless.
That's not.
And they should be looked after by the government,
That is one of the saddest things I have ever had to watch or see was homeless, mostly men and young men. They're not, after, serving whatever amount of time, and then they're just abandoned by the government and left to rot on the streets, because that's certainly what it looked like to me. And these men are highly intelligent, highly motivated, and they just have had a bad run. And I mean, that should surely never be the case. Like, I can't understand that at all. It's probably one of the saddest videos that I've ever watched was,
Regina was asking there about reincarnation.
Yeah.
There's one place that we want to go to see. It's an old graveyard, and there's a mausoleum in the graveyard in the shape of a beehive, because the guy, when he died, he thought he was going to come back as a bee in the afterlife, and there's even a hole on top of the beehive shaped mausoleum, so he can come and go whenever he pleases. It's a really strange story.
Yeah.
But
And
I'd love to do it, yeah.
He made the beehive with a kind of like a, what would you call it, like a moat around it, and a
moat, yeah. And his son
fire.
His son believed in reincarnation as well.
Yeah, but he had a fireplace installed as well, that the fire was always to be
the fire would light forever.
Yeah.
Very good story.
Yeah, Sandra, I agree that the vets should be taken care of regardless, Jamie is off to make dinner here soon. I love. I'm a US vet. We have VA and their benefits that they can. Yeah, it's just something I've seen. Is it Jamie? Sorry, Jamie, and it was just extremely sad to see these men homeless, and they did mention about getting help, but I don't think the benefits covered housing or something
No.
like that. And these men were intelligent men. They weren't well, I mean, some of them did have drink and drug problems, of course, but you know, a good few of them hadn't. And I just found it very, very,
Some of
very
those
sad.
homeless people are very, very talented. There's a lot of.
Yeah.
I've seen a guy on YouTube, and he plays piano on the street, and he plays the piano like he should be up there with a big orchestra or a big concert, you know, or so, be involved in stuff like that. He's just amazing at playing it, you know. Waste talent. Some people have, you know, it's wasted that they're on the street and they have so much talent that nobody sees.
Susan says, "What a troll!" Yeah, I didn't quite get that. I kind of missed the chat. I don't know who that was.
I don't know who he was. Maybe it was Kim Matchcom.
No, don't say that name. Mind yourself, Jamie. My hometown is of Celtic origin. A bee, yes, Doris, a bee, imagine. Of all the things to be reincarnated.
A beehive mausoleum, huh?
Yeah. Chantabelle says, I think one life is enough. Yeah, I think you could be right, Chantabelle. Depends what life you're given second time around, though, isn't it? Met my husband while I was working at a homeless veterans centre. He's homeless no more, and I'm blessed he is mine. Deborah, that is beautiful. That is really, really nice. Yes, absolutely, Doris. Thank you for your service, Jamie. Yeah, that's true too, Hans. There was a couple of them with, you know, obvious mental health illness, I suppose, and you know, it is
post-traumatic disorder, is it?
Traumatic disorder.
Traumatic disorder. It just affects them.
PSTD. It is very, very sad. Yeah, some of them are, Chantabelle. It's you know, they have, you know, hard lives trying to, you know. You want to say hello?
Come over and say hello.
Ollie is here, and my son is here, and he's too shy to say hello. You gonna say hello? He's been very quiet, actually, in fairness to him. Oh my God. Fresh coleslaw and French fries, yum.
Yeah, I love coleslaw.
It was a big troll, Susan, was it? Oh, thank you. I'm happy I didn't cop it. I've got the roll. Dinner is about to come on the table. Mind yourself, Ron. Take care.
Ron gone.
Yeah, we were getting a few trolls. I think it was Jim that said once that the subscribers go up, you'll find a load of them, and I've certainly had a few. My 5 black cats are around and they are watching you. Oh, hello, Puss Puss. I will check out Sam Kendrick's battle.
I will check out Sam Kendrick battle. Thanks, Ron.
They're wanting you to say a quick hello.
Say hello, Ollie.
Come on. Good
boy. Come on. Just for a quick hello, come on.
You can't see that.
He's shy, camera shy.
He's not a bit shy. Let me.
David said, hey, Ollie.
Your Uncle David said hello. Come on for a second. He might in a second.
He wants to start his own YouTube channel. Game and video games.
Oh, Regina, that's lovely. Maureen Marr, thank you so much. Nanadi says hello, Ollie. Thanks, Maureen.
Say hello, Ollie.
They're all saying hello to Ollie. Come in for 2 seconds and then go again. Come on.
Just to come say hello.
Go on, good boy. They'd be delighted to see your Scotland t-shirt.
Hi.
This is Ollie. He's joining the crew for cemeteries, aren't you, Ollie? Yeah. He's very shy. Let's see if we can
He
get.
needs to get his Faces of the Forgotten t-shirt
Yeah.
and a Serenity Sue one.
He's sporting a Scottish t-shirt at the moment. Say hello to them all.
Hi.
And tell them all thanks for subscribing to my
Thanks for subscribing to my mum.
That's about all you'll get out of Ollie. And just Ollie, Carla, he's not Oliver at all. Although sometimes when I'm cross, I say Oliver, but I'm only, no, his name is actually Ollie. It's just, I call him Ol for short. Do you ever think what you'd have written on your own headstone, something unique? I've seen some very unique ones, and I've like online and stuff. One was, I told you I was sick, and what was the other one? There was another one that was really kind of. Oh, your man.
The dentist.
Oh, the dentist filling my last cavity, but the Irish fella that he was buried.
Oh, that's in Dublin, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I wanted to go find his.
He recorded his own voice, joking, "Please let me out.
And he knocking.
I can't. It's dark in here." And everybody was, and he got that played at his funeral.
As they were burying him.
As they were burying him in the hole, like, you know, on the
Yeah.
ground, and everybody was just laughing at the funeral because he wanted people to laugh at his funeral, not cry.
Oh, I miss. Hans, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so this man, as they were lowering his coffin and everyone was upset and looking into the the coffin as it's going down, you start hearing like a knocking, and then you hear his voice. Susan, thank you so much. Then you hear
Thanks, Susan.
the voice, the man's voice, saying, basically, it's dark in here, let me out, and it's actually really, really well done. It actually does. It must be something, recording box that he's put into the coffin with him, and I'm not sure whether his family were aware that was going to happen, but I just thought.
But he was always a joker in real life, I think, So.
Even in we looked up his photo and stuff, and he looked like a really happy, jolly kind of a man, and I've often said I would love to just go and visit his
and he was in the army too, I think.
Resting place. Yeah, I think so.
Not the World War II army, but the more recent Irish army. Yeah.
That was completely unique, wasn't it? Just to see, Oh, thank you, Greg. True, Hans. He's a good boy, Hans. He's a bit of a. Yeah, he's getting silly there in the background now.
Amy, how are you, Amy Dial?
Hi, Amy. How are you keeping?
T-shirt he's wearing.
Oh, thank you, Jean. Kim, when my daughter died, she had them play another. Oh my God, that would be the Queen.
Another one bites.
I'm so sorry, Kim, about your daughter. May she rest in peace. But she obviously had good taste in music for a start, and a bit of a sense, a good sense of humour. And I think that's important as well. Who did I miss? Shady man. I'm just seeing his name come up, but I don't see him here. Yeah, I think the cost to restore some of the abandoned mausoleums and cemeteries fall back to the families. I think I read somewhere that one particular location is going to cost, wow, just to restore. That's crazy. Let me see, did I catch up now? We're good, Amy. We're good. Yeah, Harry, we were in that enchanted forest in Carrick, and as I walked in edit, I could see something kind of fly, kind of in a strange, not like a bird, out from an area that was had loads of little trinkets and stuff hanging out of the trees.
White
but it was
colour or something.
yeah, but it was only in edit that I seen it, and I actually put the video up separate to whoops, Carrick. He's always knocking stuff. He did that today. So I was able to clip
I'm
that
thirsty.
first little part of the video and slow it down and take a still photo, and I can't explain it. I love the idea of fairies. I didn't ever think I would capture one, but that was definitely one we can't explain.
Now I seen a page before as well though, where, not saying I don't believe in it, but there was a page about, like, I think it was a dragonflies in sunlight, or I think they look very like fairies
They were,
to look at,
my God, that was
dragonflies.
a beautiful
But this one
photograph.
that we saw on the video, it was definitely not a dragonfly.
No.
It just looked too white in colour, and the
And-
way it just flew across, it was
And then the
just,
still photo, you could see one leg down and one leg kind of
yeah.
turned up, if you know what I mean, and a dress and like wings, and I think she'd black hair, and I can't explain it. Yeah, Maureen, I'd love, do you know, I'm definitely going to go to England. That'll be my first flying experience for quite a few years, and I'm looking forward to that. And then the world is our oyster, please God, as the channel grows as well. It's something that I really, really want to do for sure. Now, let me see. Thanks, Susan. No, it's not Amy. It's
It's only
Cherry.
It's cherry cola. I love cherry cola.
and
Cherry
there's no
cola.
sugar in it. No sugar. Maximum taste, no sugar.
And it's only €1
Yeah, €1.
or $1, whatever you want to call it.
The unheard voice. How are you? I can't see. Oh, you're working.
The
No
unheard
problem.
voice. Hello, Sue and Irish Eyes from Arizona, USA.
USA.
Love your channels. Seeing the fairy was so cool.
Yeah, it was. I think we all kind of agreed that it had to have been a fairy. And even when I'm saying that, I'm like going, it couldn't be. But it absolutely was, wasn't it? There was no two ways about it. I can't explain it to be anything else. What does Ollie think of your channel? Well, he was helping today, Kathy, holding the torch, and he was having a little peep himself. I think it's very healthy for him to understand life and death. And I think he's maybe not as interested as we are, but he will go around and he will find the oldest grave for me, won't you? And point me in the right direction.
Jean, have you ever been filming Catch Any Ghosts? No, but both of us have caught like voices or a voice on the video of, it's Mount Jerome. Look up the Mount Jerome videos from both of us we have, and there's definitely some talking in a vault. You can hear a voice coming from the vault, and we try to slow it down and listen to it as well.
And just on the ghost thing, I did put up on my community page orbs that I did capture years ago in a house I was living in, and smoke. So if you want to have a look at them, they are really, really interesting.
Yeah, but it's going to bed.
Heading to bed, lads. I'm up since 5. Catch us later. We have subscribed to Irish Eyes. We'll watch over the week. My brother's actually married to
Cheers, David.
a girl from
Pennsylvania.
So quite a good connection there, guys. Good night, David. Hi, Kimberly. How are you keeping? Pepsi Max, yes, absolutely. Yes, Carla, we hope to go to Highgate and a few other cemeteries in London, please God, in a couple of months for sure. Hands Dublin to Canada. Actually, that's not as bad as what I thought. I thought it would actually be more.
I thought it'd be more, yeah.
Yeah, I did think it would be more. Oh, Amy's in Ireland, so it's Euro. So you know what we're talking about, Amy.
Amy. What part of Ireland are you from, Amy?
Thanks, Chantabelle.
I'm going to guess Dublin.
And I'm going to guess, I would have said Dublin, but now I'm going to say, just to be different, I'm going to say, what am I going to say?
You have to think about the surname Dial.
Yeah, Doyle is so Dublin wise. Wicklow then, just for just to be near Dublin.
That's where Kimberly F
Oh,
is
wow.
from Pennsylvania. They got married in Pennsylvania.
Yes, Kathy. Yeah, they got
Orlando.
married out there actually as well.
Yeah. Let's
Uh,
know maybe when we can arrange.
yeah, I just paid US
I
dollars
just
for
paid US dollars
Oh,
for
Lord.
a cola.
old man, 49 years. We're trying to say, oh, I didn't see that, Greg. I seen the coffin, but I didn't see. I do think I remember him saying something, or was it on TikTok or something? I'm not sure now
I
about
don't know.
something in a video. I must actually have a look at it. Hi Sue, have you tried Pepsi Max with the flavors? If so, which one? This is Pepsi. Who's that? Jade. This is Pepsi Max Jade, but it's cherry. Cherry is one of my favorites. Sponsorship be nice.
Cherry is lovely.
My ancestors were from Cork, Ireland, and came to Pennsylvania. I hope to go to Ireland someday on my bucket list. I hope you get here, Pamela. What is euro to dollar?
Euro to dollar. I think it's worth less. A euro is worth less. Is it in dollars? Might be 85 cents. Is it in American?
I'm not sure actually. Get out the old calculator.
I'm not sure. I'll tell you now.
Oh, that was Mount Jean.
Jerome.
That was Mount Jerome. Same. Sandra, I did actually a live in St. Mullins. That's just kind of bordering Carlow, Wexford, let's say. It was a live and the reception wasn't great.
Yeah, see, I was nearly right. I said 85 cents.
89, that's going to be backwards now.
Sorry. How would I do
You
it?
can't, it's 89 cents.
You can't see it, but it's 89 cents.
He just, what would you call it?
€1 is 89. $1, sorry, is 89 cents.
Yeah, sorry, St. Mullins. Yeah, so I do hope to go back there at some stage. That is a beautiful cemetery, actually. But there is a live on my channel of St. Mullins, Sandra. Actually, Carla, lime, we probably don't have that here. I think I did see a raspberry cola one, but lime would actually be another favourite of mine. Right on, says Maureen.
Right on.
Harry just googled it as well. Yeah, Greg, I'm just addicted to this cherry Pepsi. I have to say, I used to be a real water guzzler, but now I'm kind of all about that.
I'm addicted to Soleros.
It's
I love Soleros. I think I overdosed on Soleros.
Research nurse. Hello, Sue, and hello to your friend. This is Irish Eyes research nurse. He has just started his own channel. If you go on my community page, his link is there. Lime and iced tea. I don't like iced tea, Maureen, at all. I'm a coffee drinker, and I just like black, strong coffee. Right, guys, you know something? We are here over an hour. Let me see. I'll check it out. Thanks. So I've done some research on finding it. Yes, Sandra, do check it out. It's there. Oh, it's a good few months ago. And it could be actually in my playlist for lives. It might be easier to find it that way. I'm not sure even if I named it St. Mullins now. It's quite a while ago. But check that out. But it is definitely somewhere where I need to go back because there's beautiful headstones there. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Flatley's mother is
Yeah,
actually buried
actually,
there
yeah.
as well. Michael Flatley from Riverdance. His mother is buried there.
Cathy likes her black tea. Tom's daughter is here and I didn't see him. Where is he?
He's there somewhere.
Did you see him? Oh yeah.
Hello, I'm very late. Was cleaning a 90-inch snowfall.
Oh wow. Tom's, that's a lot. We were actually just going to leave Tom's because
You were on a while. For a 600 litre bottle, it's about $3.30 here in Australia.
wow, a euro equals 17.6. Oh, it's gone again. ZAR. Wow, Chantabelle.
That's in South Africa, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, guys, we're going to leave it there. I think we've talked ourselves to, well, use nearly to sleep. Soleros.
Yeah, I'm addicted to Soleros. I bought 3 one night, 3 Soleros in one box. I ate the whole 3 of them in 5 minutes.
Coffee in the morning, tea in the evening. Carla, where are you from again? I've forgotten. Anyway, and Amy didn't answer us, did she? And if she did, I didn't see it. Sorry, Amy, we were asking where you're from in Ireland. Thanks a million, guys. God bless. We've loads of videos then to come. So keep an eye on both channels to, you know, when they go up, I suppose. But I'm going to try and get them up as quick as I can. So take care, guys, and God bless.
God bless. Yeah, pray for Ukraine as well.
Absolutely. God bless everyone in the Ukraine. Our hearts and our prayers and our thoughts are with them. And, you know, this just has to stop. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, God bless you all. Take care.
Cheers for anyone who subscribed to my channel as well. Thanks very much.
Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. God bless.
Bye.
And Holly says goodbye at the end.